Hi, and welcome back to Perfect Pitch. I'm so excited to bring you this session. This is one of the most important sessions of the whole entire program. This is all about laying the foundation of your mindset into getting in this relaxed, focused state of mind where you can really tune in. And as you're listening to the notes, what you can do is pay even closer attention. So I'm so excited to share this with you because getting in to the integration state of mind is key to this whole entire program. And it's easy. So, what we're going to do today is actually just slow down because you don't want to rush this process. Let's take it nice and easy. Now, throughout this process, I'm going to be asking you to do things to get into this state of mind. Today, what I would like you to have is your cologne, or, and rather, your piece of jewelry. And your piece of jewelry. Now, the first thing we're going to do to hone in our focus is to do a quick exercise. Now, there's a website called briancane.com and they have concentration grids. At the bottom of this video in the description, there's a link to go to that website. What you do is you set up the concentration grid on a 5x5, and then you just go through marking the numbers. They go from 00 to 24, and you just take 1 minute. That's it, 1 minute. It takes about 30 seconds each time, and you do the concentration grids 2 times. And this is something that high performance athletes do to get into the zone. Think about the batter when he's stepping up to the plate and he's got all this pressure building up, right? The pitcher's going to throw the ball. He's got to be in the moment while relying on his unconscious mind and everything that he's ever practiced to get that hit in the moment. So, how does he get focused with all of these racing thoughts? Well, very quickly, just going through that concentration grid helps to focus your brain and start to get you into the flow state. Every single layer of this is going to add onto each one, making it so much more powerful that when you go through the integration sessions, it's going to be effortless for you to absorb the connection with these notes. So first, let's pause the video. Go ahead and go off and do that. Welcome back. So, you did your concentration grid, hit all your numbers, right? 00, 24, 13, 15, hit all your numbers. So, what we're going to do is we need to talk about the second wave of this whole process. And we're actually going to use an ancient technique that goes back centuries, millennia. The cavemen were sitting around their caves in the darkness before they even invented fire, and they were using this and starting to enter a trance-like state. So, modern science has found there's a reason why this works so well. So, it's basically that we have two sides of our brain, right? That we have our left hemisphere and we have our right hemisphere. So they're connected by the corpus callosum. It's a bundle of nerve fibers, 200 million nerve fibers, mind you. And it's this little shaped corpus callosum that connects the left and the right. So, by doing this ancient technique, you initially are sending information side to side, and it's causing your brain to get over heightened and releasing into a state of relaxation where all those thoughts just calm down, become very quiet, and disappear, dissolve into nothing. That's the key. How can you learn something new if your brain is so overloaded with everything? So, I'm going to take you through this exact process. For the video, I'm going to be sitting down, but I like to do this standing more. It's just not able to be done in my little studio, but you can do it sitting down or standing up. What I like to do is at the end, and you'll know when I'm standing up, I like to be in front of a chair and I'll actually sit down as I'm dropping in to the integration state of mind. Awesome. So let's go through this whole little step here. Um, so stand up if you'd like, or just continue sitting. Um, Now, I want to start with 3 breaths in, out, in, out, in, out. Now, as you breathe, I want you to relax your jaw and even your tongue just a little bit. As you allow your jaw and your tongue to just relax, you are letting the parts of your brain that control language to relax. Continue to allow that tension to release as you take some more nice deep breaths. Excellent. Now, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. And as you're looking in front of you, I want you to take your left hand and stick it out in front of you. Take your right hand, stick it out in front of you. And I want you to follow along with my hand movements. We're going to be raising and lowering our hands. So let's start with the right hand. You go ahead and you lift it up slowly. Just allow that hand to rise. Now allow the right hand to fall and allow the left hand to rise. And then we're going to keep repeating this process, allowing the left hand to fall and the right hand to rise. Just going as slow as you can, just relax. Now the right hand falling, the left hand rising. That's right, just breathe with it, and the left hand falling, the right hand rising. That's right. Now I want you to keep that right hand elevated and allow the left hand to rise up and feel your brain beginning to sink from left to right, right to left. Now raise your arms up a little higher. Take a deep breath. As you release, lower your hands all the way down. If you're standing, you're welcome to sit at this moment into your chair behind you. And maintain this focus on me. Breathe. In and out. In and out. Allow the stillness in. feel your focus. Your integration focus now. Breathe in and release out. Very good. Very good. Now we're having our eyes open and maintaining this focus because our activity is not a closed eye meditation. This is not a meditative state. This is entering an integration state of mind that is optimal for absorbing information and building connection on all levels. Could you use this with people? Could you use this to connect better with yourself? Or can you just use this now more powerfully to connect with every note? There aren't that many. There really aren't. If you can count to 11 or 12, you've got it. Breathe. Release tension. And because you're doing this, it only means it's going to become easier and easier for you. Now, I want you to go ahead and just be gentle. You don't have to pay attention 100% to your breathing or maintaining this level of focus. It's going to start to naturally and automatically occur as we go through this program together. Now, we've went through the hand movements. So now as we're holding on to a little bit of this, I want us to start to imagine a time where we accomplished something, where you did something, whether it was winning a game by the game winning point, or writing an amazing paper and getting a good grade on it, or completing some kind of project that you're proud that you built something, whatever it may be for you. I want you to feel this level of accomplishment starting to well up inside because we've all achieved something in our life, and I want you to feel it now, like just kind of let that like permeate all the way through. And maybe you found a memory and you can create like a visual imagery of what that may be and just move it in front of you and expand it. Literally reach your arms out. If you can just build this image, you're making a frame around it like it's a picture, like, or you're holding a movie screen, and I want you to just grab the edges, pull it in front of you, just expand it as far as you can, make it nice and wide, and feel, does that intensify it in you, that accomplishment? I know you have accomplishment inside of you completely. At the deepest levels, we all have achieved something. It's in our nature, it's our human right to live and be accomplished. Aren't you feeling accomplished now in the way that's just right for you as you start to connect to your power of perfect pitch, power of perfect pitch in a way that you just feel good? I mean, really feel good now as you start to feel this accomplishment. So that's what we're doing. We're imagining a time when we accomplish something. Just imagine that in a gentle way. Maybe I don't have to be so intense about it, that you accomplished something amazing. Maybe take a breath and just allow it to pop into your mind. Now, sometimes we have multiple memories of accomplishment. You can enjoy them all, or you can just have one really important one, not two, one that you can really focus in on because it's all about. That's right. paying attention to your achievement. And as you create that image, I wonder if you reached out and touched it again. Just put your hand on that image, literally reach it out in front of you, and you touch it. If you closed your eyes at this point, and you just felt what you felt when you touch this memory of accomplishment, and you allow that feeling to fill your body, what color would it be? What color is connected to this feeling? Where would it start in your body? You can take your other hand and touch the spot where it grows. Wherever it might be for you. For some people, it's their heart. For other people, it's right in their solar plexus. For other people, it just generally radiates all the way through their body, from the top of their head down to the tips of their toes, or from the center of their chest all the way out to their extremities, allowing that accomplishment to permeate through all the fibers of your being, all your cells, everything that makes you amazing, because you are amazing. And that means you're entering an integration state now. Great job. Now, continue to allow these feelings to well up inside, and just allow your being to bathe in these feelings as you take some nice deep breaths. In and out. Allowing that to bathe all throughout your entire being. In and out. Excellent. I like to imagine that there's a little fan inside my body, and that all these feelings are a gas that loves to float on the wind. And I allow that fan to just turn on the integration state of mind and blow the feeling of accomplishment around inside and connect it to me and making me feel good, right? You feel good now? Cool. Follow along. We're on to the third wave, and you're doing so great. And I think we're doing a lot of this with our eyes opened. If you haven't opened your eyes back up, you can open them back up, because again, there are times where maybe visualizing our accomplishment, right, wherever it might be, we can look, but sometimes it's easier if we just close our eyes and allow the image to come up, and that's fine. And we're going to be learning eyes open when it comes to learning the pitches and all the notes. And there's going to be times where maybe you'll want to close your eyes and really tune in, right, to the sounds, right? So, but this is an eye-opening one. And you may even just be feeling an afterglow right now. And that's perfectly awesome, aren't you? And so the next one is going to be doing this whole process again, right? So we just went through a whole process of basically, we did the concentration grids. We don't need to do that. We're going through the actual integration process. So when we did the hand motions is where we started. So you start with the hand motions, and then as you allow both arms to fall, you are then doing some nice deep breathing, allowing your tongue and your jaw to soften. And that relaxes the thoughts in our brains, because those areas are connected to language. So it allows us to start to actually enter a brainwave called alpha state. And it's just a gentle way of getting in the alpha state. A lot of high performance athletes enter the alpha state when they get in a state of flow, where they're playing at their highest level. And I'm pretty sure a lot of musicians do too, but this is highly studied in performance athleticism. So we're going through that, relaxing the tongue and jaw, then starting to just create our accomplishment image or video, starting to breathe with it, see it super clear, see it really vivid, uh, see if it has edges, pull them really big, pull it in close, touch it, and get the feelings to start flowing in your body of accomplishment. And as you get those feelings of accomplishment flowing inside of your body, then you allow a color to emerge from inside, like that accomplishment's filling you up, like a beaker fills up a cup, or, like gas filling up a balloon, or just that you just are radiating energy throughout your body, right? Like an energy is just flowing through you, like you could plug yourself in, and then there's this energy that's just flowing through you of accomplishment. However, it might be for you is just totally awesome. And creating a color for it and making it vivid and allowing it to float around inside your body. And that just that's the key, right? So you're getting into this integration state of mind through this ancient technique uh, of the mismatching of arms, which sounds wild, but it works. I mean, you've probably been just feeling a little afterglow right now, and you can probably even feel remnants of some accomplishment starting to grow inside of you. And that's wonderful. This is the state of mind we're going to be in before every single note we learn, because our state of mind really drives how well we can learn. And so we're going to go through the next wave. But this wave, we're going through this whole process. Now, the next one, this is a little where it gets really cool. Now we're going to add an association to it. So for that, it's going to be doing your jewelry, right? That's the one that I want to do next. So I've got a really special piece of jewelry that I really I wanted to do for this one. And so mine is a gold necklace. It's called a Figaro necklace, and I believe they were popular in the time of Mozart, which I think is fitting. Um, so very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then we're going to enter the state of mind. I also think that bracelets are really a great way of doing this, because you can just reach down and touch them. I got my necklace just big enough so I don't have to clasp and unclasp it. Okay, and it's on. Now I just need to get my headphones just straight, which is fine. There we go. Very cool. I like wearing monitoring earbuds because then I can really pay attention to how my voice is sounding. Yes. They do take a little bit of practice to put in. Perfect. Okay, so now we have our jewelry on. I can feel the weight of it on my neck. So let's go through our integration process. Start with our hands out in front of us. Let's do 3 deep breaths just to get our breathing going. In, out. In, out. In and out. Great. Now allow your right hand to rise. Allow your right hand to fall as your left hand rises. Now allow your left hand to fall as your right hand rises. Now allow the right hand to let go as the left hand rises. Once again, right rises, left falls. Keep the right hand elevated. Allow the left hand to rise. Deep breath in, raising your arms higher. Release this breath as slow as you can. And as your arms are coming down, go ahead and allow your jaw and tongue to relax. Excellent. Focus on me. You're doing great. Continue to allow your breath to be slow and smooth. Long, deep inhales. Long, relaxing exhales. Long, deep inhale. Long, relaxing exhale. And begin to think of a time when you accomplished something great. You know that one. That time where you either put in all the work and you got what you wanted, or maybe it was just effortless and something you really love. And allow that time of accomplishment to start to pop into your vision and continue to focus on it. As you do, maybe if it's a picture, you'll see it as a movie. It'll become more three-dimensional. What would it be like to be there now and feel what you felt, hear what you heard, see what you see, and be in that accomplishment state of mind? What if you just reach out, literally reach out now and touch it? Touch that feeling of accomplishment. Feel the connection. Feel your fingertips pressing into it, pulling that energy, that color inside of you. Allow it to move. Allow it to spin inside your body. Perhaps it's flowing. Perhaps it's like rays of sunshine rippling, feeling warmth. Or maybe it just feels accomplishment, right? And you have that feeling. Great. Now just allow that to permeate through you, and I'll give you a little time to savor this, right? Developing perfect pitch and integration, state of mind. So savor this feeling of accomplishment, because simply by doing this program, you are accomplishing your goals. And this is going to transmit to, of course, having perfect pitch and being able to identify notes with ease and just effortlessly, naturally, automatically, just by divine intuition, being able to connect so smoothly to the notes. It's as if your brain is starting to align every single neuron right now to get to just the right design, to hear the notes in the right way, to feel the notes, to see the notes, to connect with the colors inside our body of accomplishment, and being natural with it and feeling this natural way of connecting to yourself, integration state of mind. Because this is just a new state of mind, state dependent learning. But is it learning? If it's so natural that you don't even have to think about it, that it just becomes one of those things you tend to overlook in life, right? You don't have to think about doing anymore. Maybe it's something that you learned so intuitively that you've never had to think of it. How cool would that be? That pitch is the same way now. That you've entered the integration state of mind. So savor this moment. I'm going to give you about 27 seconds of complete silence. And I want you to just breathe and allow this feeling of accomplishment to do what it likes to do. 27. Start to just allow that to permeate, gently flow as you take breaths in through your nose, feeling it around the nostrils, maybe going down the back of your throat, expanding your lungs, your diaphragm, feeling that energy moving around inside. And just savor this moment. If you closed your eyes during that, you can just allow them to gently open and notice this difference, right? This afterglow. These are some of the most amazing times to integrate when you're feeling this afterglow now. Oh, the next part. So you noticed we're doing waves of this, and every time it's probably getting a little bit stronger and easier to enter this state. And that's kind of the key, right? Love this. The next phase, next wave, is going to be to spray our scent, right? So, and then we're going to go through this process. So let me see if I can open this. Mm. Silly. We're not really doing ASMR with this style microphone, but that's kind of funny. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. There we go. Oh, okay. So this is going to be our last time going through the state. So when you have your cologne, what I like to do is spray it mainly on the back of my hand. Now this one I've already got kind of associated to something, so maybe I'm going to do back of, this is my right hand. So let's see. Okay, all right. So I've got the scent. So before we enter this state of mind, I want to take the 3 breaths because this is the final round. Okay. So just kind of shake it out. Sometimes it helps just to kind of reset, let it go, shake it out. It's very common to, it's called a break state, just kind of shake out what you got because we're kind of letting it go. We're building it back up, letting it go, building it back up. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. Smell our smell. Feel our jewelry. Stick your arms out in front. Turn your palms facing up. Allow the right hand to rise. Now allow your right hand to fall as your left hand rises effortlessly, naturally, automatically. Now allow your left hand to fall as your right hand rises. And as you do, start to allow the left side of your brain to integrate with your right. Now, as the right hand is risen to the top, allow it to drop effortlessly as the left hand rises. Now, rising up effortlessly, feeling good. Let's go through one last round as the left hand begins to fall. The right hand begins to rise. Amazing. Now, allow the right hand to stay elevated. Allow the left hand to rise. Nice and easy, slowly. Take your deep breath in. Allow both hands to elevate and then allow them to drop as slow as possible as you exhale. Entering the integration state of mind now. As your arms continue to fall, allow your tongue and jaw to relax fully, gently turning off that section of your brain and allowing this relaxed focus to tune in. Excellent. Take some nice deep breaths. Continue to focus. 3 breaths in silence. Focus. Excellent. Now, inside your mind's eye, I want you to bring up that memory of accomplishment or memories. And as you focus on the memory of accomplishment now, you can start to see it moving in a way where perhaps you're seeing it as a movie, or if it's a still image, it becomes more bright, more colorful, moves closer to you. In fact, this time I want you to literally reach your hands out around it and I want you to pull it in close. That memory of accomplishment, this memory of accomplishment now wrapping around you, completely wrapping it around your body and allowing it to penetrate down into the core of who you are, all the way down through every cell, every fiber, every single molecule of your DNA, all the way down to the atoms, every single bit of you, the electrons that are pulsating through your body. And perhaps, just perhaps, that color can start to radiate through you, really allowing that color to build up, swirl around, move around, permeate, filling you up completely, entirely, like filling a glass with a liquid, filling your body with a gas like balloon, or just simply allowing that energy to just flow through you effortlessly. Automatic integration now, completely for you and your power of perfect pitch that you're accomplishing simply because you're doing this right now. It means on a deeper level, your brain is starting to move the neurons in just the right way with their little dendrite arms. This is what they look like 2 hands. And they start to just move their little fingers, connecting all the way through all the neurons so that you're aligning with the person who has a power of perfect pitch. I mean, who would you be? Perfect pitch now. How would you feel having that now accomplished, right? And just sensationally feeling amazing. And I want you to just take your time and really allow this to permeate through. Savor the moment. The power of perfect pitch. How would you use it? I want to sing better. Do you? Or do you want to play your instrument, or, you know, whatever your instrument might be, right? Or do you want to write music? Do you want to be able to hear music, maybe like play by ear? How cool would this be? And allow it to just come into your mind. Heck, you could even now, feeling this accomplishment, create that image of you, the future you, you're becoming, with the power of perfect pitch. How cool is that? That's awesome, man. Or woman, or however you identify, because you're awesome the way you are. And the power of perfect pitch would make you awesome too. You would still be so awesome because you're accomplished. And it means that you're learning this power of perfect pitch in the way that's just right for you. Because this isn't for everybody. This is someone who wants to connect with notes with every single sense in their body I'm talking your ears, your eyes, your nose, even your mouth. We're going to drink different teas or a different type of beverage every single note. I want everything to be so unique and different about every note that when I hear them, I know that's something unique and different. And I can tell because I took the time to get to know them, right? Like they're a person, like they're something special to me, because this is something that's important to me that aligns with my values and how I want to live my life. And when you live your life by the values that allow you to have perfect pitch, now integration state of minds help to let it happen naturally. Isn't it really natural to feel good? Because you can, you're paying attention. Oh, did you take this whole video and focus on me to develop this state of mind? That must mean that having perfect pitch means something to you, and that in the future, you create that image accomplished, perfect pitch, right? How cool. So take a moment and savor this. I want you to just allow this to permeate. If you want, you can raise up your scent because this is just kind of a little light integration. This is where you can just relax. In fact, I'm going to give you probably a whole minute to just allow your mind to relax, start this integration inside. So smell your scent, feel your jewelry, and go ahead and just allow yourself to relax, and you can close your eyes if you'd like, and we're just going to go into the silence for one whole minute. Gently allow yourself to start coming back to the here and now. You made it through the whole integration session. This integration state of mind is wonderful. And it may have taken some time to get down this process and learn it, but it's so worth it because this is now a short 2 to 5 minute exercise before we start every single integration session after. So, this is just something that I am not going to walk you through every single time, maybe for the first couple notes, but this is going to be your way of developing this focused state of mind. And this is going to be a gift if you're a performer and you need to do something really quickly before you get on stage or go to play in a choir or a band. So I think this is just so wonderful that you took the time to learn this. And like I said, subsequential, se- before every sequential um, integration session with each note, we're going to do this first. And it's going to get us into that state of mind where we just effortlessly connect with notes. So I want to thank you for joining me today. And there's no homework from this point. There is going to be some audios that, if you would like, are more of an ASMR recorded version of a condensed version, the final one where you smell your cologne or perfume, go ahead and feel your jewelry and start doing the arm movements, going through the alpha sequence of relaxing the tongue and jaw, then going through your feeling of accomplishment, seeing the image, touching the image, feeling the feeling, connecting the color, allowing it to permeate, move through you, and allow yourself to feel it and being in that relaxed state of focus. So that's the whole process. So I'll run you through it quickly. It takes a while to build it, but this is just a process. And we're going to be doing this as a routine before getting into this integration state of mind. Great job. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are amazing. You are spectacular. And I truly wish you the best in your life and want the best for you. And I am your biggest cheerleader when it comes to allowing perfect pitch to be natural. You don't need a cheerleader, but I'm your biggest fan, right? I cannot wait to see you blossom and have this ability in your life because you, and you really should hear that, you should hear this right now. You deserve it. And only good things are going to come from this for you. You're amazing. Take care.